Hi there, Chingir here, and today I want to talk to you about a very interesting concept, right? I hear a lot of people reaching out to me and overall on the internet, they say like, oh, you know what, they got this opportunity because they got lucky. And which makes me think that many people misunderstand the actual concept of luck. And I want to share a concept that has been shared by Naval Ravikant on one of his podcasts. I think it was a podcast with Joe Rogan, and its translation into the world of recruitment, talent acquisition, and job hunting. All right, so basically, Naval is speaking about four types of luck, right? Blind luck, lack of motion, lack of awareness, and lack of uniqueness. What does that mean? Blind luck, random different events that just happen and we assign them and we call them lucky, right? For example, you just walk on the street and you find money on the street, right? And you say like, oh, I got lucky, there's cash, right? Lack of motion. Lack of motion is so-called you stir the entropy, you stir the world, you create lots of activity, and as a result of your activity, some things start to happen, right? As a simple example, you're going to take a dart board, you're going to sit down and you're going to throw darts with, I don't know, blindfolded. And if you do it 10 times, what's the probability that you're going to hit the bullseye? Very low. But you do it 100 times, a little bit higher. 1,000 times, a little bit higher, right? You create that motion and you throw darts into the board. Eventually you're going to hit the bullseye. You have, for example, a box of chocolate that you need to sell. What's the probability that you're going to sell it if you knock on 10 doors? Very low. 100 doors, higher. 1,000 doors, most likely you're not going to get to 1,000 doors because someone's going to buy all your chocolate, right? In recruitments, for example, that's the implication, right? Basically is applicants, right? If you are an absolutely inexperienced recruiter, you've never done this before, right? And you don't actually even have the actual smarts to do the job. But if you start talking to people, and let's say you need to hire a developer, right? And you're going to continue having these conversations and you talk and talk and talk and talk to people and you just pick people who sound smart and feel warm, and just based on your intuition and feeling, well, eventually you're going to find a really good candidate, right? That's recruitment. Same thing with job hunting, right? If you are just sending resumes, sending, again, there is a chance, right, that someone will give you a shot and you're going to get a call back. And of course, it's going to depend on the quality of your resume and what it's actually conversion power, like how efficiently does it convert into a phone call. 3, lack of awareness, right? Luck that stems from your ability to recognize luck. What does that mean? You develop your specific knowledge. You get really, really good at recognizing lucky opportunities. And that's the power of your mind. That's the power of your personal skill, your ability to discern what are the opportunities in the reality that you can, enter and, to turn it to your advantage and leverage them. For example, Warren Buffett, right? He's, again, is he lucky or he's just a really good investor? Well, that's both, right? His ability to recognize these opportunities is a product of his evolution as an investor over how many years, right? Decades and decades of Polish skill. When people right now look at him and they think like, oh, wow, that's actually like a superpower. And because they know how he does things, right? He's a man of highest integrity. They're like, here's my millions of dollars, right? You deal with my money and I trust you completely. And that's, again, why people bring money to him. It's because he's known for this, right? Deals flow through him. And that brings me to the last one, lack of uniqueness, right? You build your unique personality, you build your unique mind. And because of your reputation, because you are known as the best in the game, opportunities come to you. You become a magnet for opportunities just because of your reputation in the space, right? Again, translating this into job hunting game, right? If you've been in the space, in the industry for quite some time, you build your rep and you are known as first of all, a great professional, right? Again, of the highest integrity, of an exceptional skill. People will start bringing you opportunities. Hey, this job came up and I thought of you and I know how you do your work. I know how you perform, right? We want to talk to you. So, what is the implication for you? First two, like blind luck and lack of motion, you not entirely control, right? Blind luck, we definitely don't control. Blind luck of being lucky to be born in a healthy physically, healthy physical body with a good brain, in a good family, get good education as a result of being born in a good family, in a country, right? These kind of things we do not control. However, we control the perception of how do we build a narrative around those things, right? Again, blind luck is not something we control. Lack of motion, not entirely. Yes, you can stir the environment, you can create a lot of motion, right? But will you guarantee the results in a controlled way that something's going to come out of it? No, not necessarily. However, the luck 3 and luck 4, right? That's entirely in the zone of your control. Luck 3, if you develop your mind in a way that you recognize lucky opportunities, right? And you grow in your ability to discern what's in front of you. That's entirely in your control. And lastly, the last luck of uniqueness, right? Building your reputation as the best in the game, that's entirely in your control. Being the reputation as the person of highest integrity, that's entirely in your control. And if you do these two things, what's the implication? You become that dealer. That deals will start flowing through you, right? So here's the concept. And again, just to summarize, and how do we translate it into the world of job hunting, right? You don't rely on blind luck. You don't rely on serendipity. Yes, serendipity does take place, and things happen in a very unexplainable nature, right? Like you go to the bar and in the coffee shop and you meet a person who gives you a job. This happens, right? Lack of motion, it happens too. If you decide not to apply online, if you just go out, print your resumes, groom up, dress up, go to the business sector in the city and just start giving resumes to people, many things can happen, right? The lack of motion can happen, but that's again, it's a function of your own drive, of your own energy, of your own creative thinking. How do you create this kind of situation for yourself? However, if you focus and understand that there are two more types of luck that are entirely in your control, it can create a different narrative of how you can create your own reality. So with that, I leave you. Hope this concept sort of shifts you in a different perception of what the concept of luck is, and I wish you good luck. Bye.